back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack. We have got that live tournament action coming at you. It is going to begin on GSL's Antigua shipyard. ALT-Stracraft is very pleased to be presenting the finals of tonight's Open Arena tournament. It is going to be brtnyzerg and cZaseohyeon. What a nice matchup here. It will be a Zerg versus Terran here, which is kind of funny. I've been asking all these Zerg and Protoss questions, but it is going to be a Zerg versus Terran. cZaseohyeon will be our blue Terran, kicking it over here at the 2 o'clock position. They do force cross position spawn here in GSL's Antigua. I always do mention that. This is a good thing to remember. And in cross positions down here at the 8 o'clock position is brtnyzerg as our yellow. Guess what? Zerg. So there we go. Good positioning. I love the cross position spawns on this particular map. Very, very nice for, I think, for both early and late game play. It doesn't put anybody at a disadvantage. Part of the reason that I think that it does put somebody at a disadvantage is one of the opponents must expand towards their opponent. See how this map is kind of counterclockwise in its expand pattern no matter where you spawn? It's counterclockwise. You always expand this way. So say blue is spawning right here. Well, that would mean that brtnyzerg is going to have to expand towards the opponent, which can present quite a problem in the early to mid stages of the game. See how that's going to play out, however. As we move forward, since we don't have to worry about that, looks like we're going to get a scout out here from brtnyzerg. They're fairly easy, or from cZaseohyeon rather. And brtnyzerg apparently does not know that this does force cross position spawns. But it looks like, oh my goodness, what the forward barracks is going on here. cZaseohyeon going to get very aggressive. And guess what? Lucky break here for brtnyzerg. He is going to scout this right away. cZaseohyeon may not have noticed this yet, but he is going to go through with it nonetheless. Interesting play. Here comes another one. Second barracks going down in the center of the map. But he is going to get extremely aggressive here. See how that's going to play. Spawning pool gone down for brtnyzerg ASAP. Got to have it at this point. Oh my goodness. And Mega Good Kid actually did call it before. He says he cheeses and all-ins so much. cZaseohyeon does that. That's what he's saying, and he has not seen it out there on the field quite yet, what is going down here for cZaseohyeon, but it is going to be these double racks. Here comes your first Marine, and your SCV going to be moving forward, probably going to be going for a bunker in this position. If he does go that position, he can keep his SCV back here to build it, and keep it safe from the potential attacks of a drone. He does come up here, does scout the spawning pool, as well as now 4 Zerglings going to be out on the field. Good scouting here from cZaseohyeon, but he absolutely must have it at this point. Is he going to go for the bunker? I do not know. Yep, he is. There goes his bunker. Here comes your Lings. Ling's going to be able to annihilate this SCV there very quickly. Down he goes. Going to see a cancel on this bunker here, I would assume, momentarily. Indeed. And here comes your Marines, plus 1 more SCV. brtnyzerg backing out. He does have 4 Lings in production, 2 of them about to pop here. Are we going to go for another bunker? Indeed. Wow. cZaseohyeon not going to give up on this. He is going to go for the bunker. The Zerglings trying to get the kill out on this SCV as quickly as they can, but the Marines actually in pretty decent position, and somehow, some way, this SCV does live through that little onslaught there. He is going to go ahead and complete this bunker, and a lot of Marines still out on the field. Here comes the Queen and your Lings, and cZaseohyeon still pushing this attack, though. I'm interested to see if brtnyzerg is going to be able to hold it off. It's going to come pretty close. Now, brtnyzerg can just kick it up here on this one base. Looks like brtny is going to go ahead and transition into roaches here. I think a smart play. Just the one gas for now. But are we going to see any leapfrogging of bunkers? It appears we are. This one going to go down on the low ground. Nice positioning there. Could see one more go up on the high ground here momentarily as well. As soon as this one completes, might even see a salvage of this bunker first. This is going to be a nice play. Roach Warren 50% complete. We do have a spine crawler going down. Absolutely must have this defense. Here comes your Lings. Looks like they want to try and get a flank on this position. They are moving around the backside here. Just going to cruise out and take out what appears to be reinforcements. I like this play actually quite a bit. No, he's going for a full-on attack. Nope, he's going for an attack. A complete flank, if you will. Counter-attack. Going down at the same time. Looks like this spine crawler is not going to... No, it does! Wow, it still has a couple HP left, but here come the Marines, and they do focus it down. brtny in a little bit of trouble. Here comes your Zerglings trying to beat down this wall. It is going to get repaired there fairly quickly. While these Marines do get themselves into position, And brtnyzerg having a little bit of trouble with this mini Marines. cZaseohyeon in great shape right now. There are no roaches out on the field, and it looks like brtnyzerg going to find a GG. There it is. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you guys for watching. We'll be going into game number 2 here. cZaseohyeon with that 1-0 as we move into game number 2. So good stuff for him. See you guys there. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack. We do have live tournament action still coming at you. It's MLG's Metalopolis. cZaseohyeon and brtnyzerg battling it out here in game number 2. And cZaseohyeon with that 0-1, or sorry, 1-0, I guess is the way it would go, the lead there. Really nice position. It is a best of 5, however, so brtnyzerg still has plenty of wiggle room here, but does need to start working on the comeback. You don't want to make it an ace match for game number 3. That is a no fun position to be in. But brtnyzerg definitely has got a lot of skill. We'll see how this is going to play out here on MLG's Metalopolis. Now, it is brtnyzerg's map choice, so hopefully this is a super comfortable map for brtnyzerg. I mean, the nice thing about this map for Terran is there's a lot of cliffs and things like that to utilize, so tank play tends to be fairly effective. But we'll see. We'll see how this is going to go. I mean, brtnyzerg could have something particular in store for us, or it might just be standard play and comfort with the map. So we'll see how that's going to go. But so far, so good. cZaseohyeon about to gear up for what I assume is going to be a standard wall-off. He is at 9 supply. There we go. And supply depot goes down in the city. Name that song. I'm just kidding. It's not a song. I made it up just right now. Sounds like an instant classic to me, but what do I know, right? So brtnyzerg is cruising out across the field with the Overlord. Should be able to get a good scout out on cZaseohyeon here in just a few. He's actually headed into the cross position, it appears, which is kind of interesting, but whatever works. It's fine by me. But brtnyzerg is... Wow, at 14 supply, still no spawning pool. 15, so I'm assuming hatch first here. 200 minerals, and here comes your drone, so it is going to be a hatch first. Excuse me. Hatchery does go down for brtnyzerg. Back over here at cZaseohyeon's base, we do have a more standard opener than what we saw in game number 1, but I like that cZaseohyeon really getting aggressive there in game number 1, trying to show brtnyzerg who's the boss in this best of 5, and cZaseohyeon is actually really, in a lot of respects, taking control of that game. Of game number 2 here, just because of what he tried there in game number 1, brtnyzerg has to realize that cZaseohyeon is quite a wild card when it comes down to it, and is going to try and respond appropriately now, but has to be a little bit wary. And that's kind of, it makes it a little bit uncomfortable, and I think that cZaseohyeon is always wise to keep his opponents guessing in these best of matches where there's more than one. Pretty smart deal, especially in a best of 5. Plenty of time to make something happen. Wall-off is complete. We do have a Marine out on the field, as well as a scouting SCV cruising out across the map here for cZaseohyeon. He's going to get a good scout out here on Brittany in just a moment. Does see the hatch. Hatch is definitely first. You can tell by it almost being complete there. Here comes a couple drones, and guess what? We do have a bunker going down. Is brtnyzerg going to try and take this guy out? Oh my goodness, and look at that. SCV getting himself into nice position there. Oh, is he going to die here? He's backing out pretty quick there, isn't he? Backing out indeed. Looks like this bunker is going to stand for just a few moments. We do have a spine crawler going down here for Brittany. You notice that the spawning pool is complete. We do have a queen about to be on the way, and a canceled bunker going down from cZaseohyeon. Notice we do have a factory on the way, so we're going to open with Hellions here, it appears. No second gas quite yet, so it's not going to be an instant 1-1-1. As well as we do have the fact that a command center is on the way. So command center now going down. We do have a couple Marines cruising around here. I'm not entirely sure what they're doing, but they're definitely maintaining some serious map control. They're like, man, we're going to hunt down some Zerglings. I'll find me a Zergling to shoot. These guys are looking for some target practice. Not going to find anything quite yet. Looks like they might be looking for an Overlord. That Overlord for Brittany did cruise all the way to the backside of this main for cZaseohyeon, so good stuff there. These guys have not found anything to shoot at, unfortunately for them. We do have your first couple Hellions now out on the field. Are we going to get 2 more on the way? It does not appear so. Interesting. In the meantime, we're going to grab some some Marauders here, actually. That's kind of interesting. There's 2 more Hellions. There we go. Just a little bit delayed, not by too much at all. And here comes your first 2 Hellions. See if they're going to be able to get any damage done. There is 1 Spine Crawler well positioned there. We also do have an Evo Chamber, so access to the ramp is very slight at this point. And a lot of Queens out on the field here as well for brtnyzerg. Wow, that... look at this. He's attacking his own unit to kill that off. Does indeed kill off the Creep Tumor. That is super frustrating here for brtnyzerg. Spine Crawler's going down all over the place. A nice defensive position here. See what cZaseohyeon's going to do, but he is continuing to produce Hellions and getting out a lot of Marauders as well. Another Barracks going down, and he is going to have his second orbital up and running here in just a few. And we do have a gold expansion, or it's not a gold expansion, it's GSL. What the heck? I thought we posted MLGs. That must be my bad. I think I may have clicked GSLs. Metalopolis. But that's alright. Doesn't really matter that much. So moving into it though, we do have now Orbital Command cruising out. Second base taken here. Fairly good times by cZaseohyeon. So I think that he got this down in perfect timing. Notice that we do have a couple Marauders out on the field. And looks like he's going to be going for some more. Grabbing his Starport out as well. Interesting play. And brtnyzerg going for a third base. Looking good. Looking good. Extractor going down here for brtnyzerg. Could tech to just about anything at this point, especially since we do have that lair out on the field. Could very well be some air play. Nice. Actually, I wouldn't mind seeing some Mutalisk play out of brtnyzerg here. That could be fairly effective. brtnyzerg tends to have extremely good control over his units. And that could be a nice little play. Notice we do have a Baneling nest going down as well. So I'm guessing Zergling, Baneling, Muta at this point. And the layer is about to be complete, so that tech pattern should be revealed here momentarily. But we've got mass Hellion to deal with right now from cZaseohyeon. And here comes a good couple Marauders as well. The Marauders should be able to deal with your Spine Crawlers there fairly quickly, while your Hellions will be able to deal with the Zerglings in just phenomenal time. Look at this. Man, those Zerglings dying so quick. Zergling speed just barely completing in time for those guys to evac. And here comes your Medivacs as well as more Hellions. Good stim going down here. Looks like these guys want to focus down Spine Crawlers as quickly as they can. One note goes down there pretty quick. Focus fire, nice kiting here from the Hellions. Looks like they will be able to obliterate a lot of these Zerglings very quickly. Look at these Marauders just picking up all sorts of kills, but the Queen's coming in fairly clutch there. Does not have, oh, he's got one more Marauder just making his way in right now. Should be able to clean up these Queens unless they focus down the Marauder there pretty quick. He's got to be super careful, but these Queens are the only thing right now standing in cZaseohyeon's way. One more Queen here. Oh my goodness, this is a close little battle. Looks like brtnyzerg got to be super careful with these Queens. Cannot lose them. One goes down, 2, and this third one definitely in trouble here. Looks like that Marauder should be in decent position. He is going to try and focus down this Queen. The Hellions cleaning up these Zerglings as they pop out. They're super red at this point. Their health is so low. But it looks like this may be too much to deal with. cZaseohyeon way ahead in the supply count here. brtnyzerg unable to deal. And now you've got these guys chasing off the drones from the mineral line. Now double Marauders in this mix. Should be able to deal with these guys. A couple Banelings going down, but they are not going to complete. And brtnyzerg does not have quite as much mining going on as necessary now. They're way behind in the supply count. And be more lucky, says brtnyzerg, and there's the GG. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you guys for watching. A move, says cZaseohyeon. No, I'm just kidding. He didn't say that. But great job. We'll be going into game number 3 here momentarily, and it is match point. So thanks again. See you guys then. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack. We've got that live tournament action continuing here. It is going to be on MLG's Shakuris Plateau. Same old story here. cZaseohyeon and brtnyzerg battling it out. I guess that's not really the same old story, but so far so good, man. The first 2 games going in very heavily in cZaseohyeon's favor. He's got such an interesting play style. I loved that Marauder play from him in that last game. Hellions to deal with the Zerglings, Marauders to deal with your static defense as well as the Queens. Actually, a very beautiful play, and brtnyzerg just almost, I mean, so very close to having enough defenses up there to deal with that, but just not quite enough. And it turned out that cZaseohyeon does turn it into a match point here. So moving into this map, the spawn positions are cZaseohyeon as our blue Terran. Down here in the bottom left-hand corner, and in the bottom right, it is brtnyzerg. Spawning as the yellow, guess what? Zerg. Love it. This looks like a wall off going down here for cZaseohyeon. He does have his supply depot going down on the high ground. Not going to go down here and go for a super fast expand, apparently. We'll see how he's going to play this one out. But he does tend to favor early aggression. And, I mean, I think it's a smart play, especially in a tournament setting where some players tend to play a little bit more safe than what they normally would, say, on, like, the ladder. And it makes a big difference. So if they are going to play more safe than normal, aggression is the right response. And maybe we're seeing that type of scenario here from brtnyzerg. But I'll tell you, cZaseohyeon's such a comfortable player in tournament settings. He does a lot of work. We've seen him do some phenomenal things in the AGL, our monthly tournament. I believe he's already got a buy-in, or I mean an invite to our February. If not, he's in good position to potentially get one tonight. brtnyzerg, only one game stands in the way before cZaseohyeon does get that invite. Now, brtnyzerg has got 3 games in a row to go here to take down the win. Definitely doable. I mean, a 3-game running streak for a player of this magnitude is relatively easy, but cZaseohyeon is definitely going to be trying very, very hard here. He's not going to be making huge mistakes. We've seen that his timing so far this evening are very crisp. His control of his units is extremely good. He's trying to choose unit compositions that are just difficult to deal with. And both times that's what we've seen. Mass Marines early in the game, in game number 1, and then your Hellion Marauder in game number 2 was really, really nice play. brtnyzerg opening with a spawning pool. Not gonna be playing it on the cuff here. It looks like we're going to play as safe as possible, but do have that one going down in pretty decent time. We do have your extractor going down here as well, and it was actually hatch first here. No, I take that back. I thought for a second it was pool first. No, it was hatch first. Hatch did go down first, but they do complete right around the same time. In fact, the pool does complete before, but that's all right. Here comes your SCV. Looks like he might go for... No, one thing I don't see often enough is a bunker in this position. That's one of my favorite plays here, actually. Just a bunker up there on the high ground. We'll see if he's going to do anything like that. Looks like probably not quite yet. We do have a spine crawler going down here. And he does get the scout out. Is going to back out for the time being. Back over here at cZaseohyeon's base, we do have a command center going down, as well as a Hellion opener. Reactor is about to be complete, as well as your factory. The old switcheroo about to take place. And you're going to see double the Hellions, double the fun coming out. Pretty pumped for that. And here comes your first 2 Hellions. Good timings here yet again. Maybe cZaseohyeon going to do the same thing that he did in game number 2. Could be an interesting play. Does have just the 1 gas for now, so not going to be any super fast tech here. But he does have his second command center going down exactly where he wants it in great time, and he's going to start walling this off here just a little bit. Now, checking on your units tab. 22 drones to 20 SCVs. Obviously, the mules will make up more than the difference there, giving cZaseohyeon a slight economic advantage, if not by very much. But here comes your first 2 Hellions. They're going to try and get some map control here, as well as potentially poke in to do some damage. I love this play. Very early Hellions tends to be extremely useful for Zerg. The biggest thing is it does force the Zerg to cede map control. But look at this, how forceful cZaseohyeon is. He's going to be trying to pick up some serious kills. Oh, he almost got the drone kill. He's picked up 2 drone kills there. It's not a bad deal. Both of these Hellions about to die, however, and that is a no fun position to be in, but still pretty decent kills. Every little bit counts, and they've paid for themselves there. Absolutely paid for themselves, as well as stalling a little bit of extra mining time. Every little bit is going to count there. Finally do go down. Let's see what we've got back here from cZaseohyeon. He does have a couple more Hellions out on the field. Looks like he's working on some more Marines this time than normal, but now starting, he's just working on Marines. Just Marines, but he's still working on Hellions. Looks like a very similar opener to what we saw in game number 2 there. So kind of a repeat in some regards, but we don't have the Marauders out on the field that we saw before. See, he's just working on Marines here, and he's tossing down another barracks. Makes me think that he's going to start to transition into tanks here eventually. But here comes your next push. 4 Hellions cruising through here. Almost caught these guys out of position. I think he probably could have moved up that ramp while that spine crawler was trying to burrow itself. Or root itself, or whatever you call it. See what they call. I think it's uproot. And then I guess we have to check what it's uprooted as to what it's called before. That's a good question for you guys. What is it called? What does it say on this button when if they're already out of the ground, like walking around? What does the button say? Is it root, just root, or what? I'd like to know what that says. Check that out. I'll get you into the drawing for tonight. But these Hellions doing a great job maintaining the map control, keeping brtnyzerg in a defensive posture. He's got a lot of queens out on the field here, 4 of them in fact. 1 at each base, happily injecting larvae, staying on top of those inject cycles. It appears very, very well. And we do have this one nicely placed spine crawler with a couple of your queens doing some horrendous creep spreading here. Actually, a heck of a lot of creep spreading. Looking really good. Now back here at cZaseohyeon's base, we do have Factory going down on another reactor, interestingly enough, and this reactor pumping out a bunch of Marines, so he's going heavy Marines at this point. Notice the units tab actually favoring brtnyzerg here pretty well for just a few moments, but the double bases for cZaseohyeon are not too bad with the mules. He does have it the ready, so he should see 2 mules here on a regular basis, but it'll take just a few moments. What is he doing? He's just making reactors, I think, for his barracks. Is this Starport going to move over there? Yes, it is. Starport moving over there. We're going to see a bunch of dropships here, it appears. It's just not a bad play. Nothing from the factory. I half expected to see him go for some tanks, but it looks like he does not want that. He's going to go for some drops. I do have 1 Viking out on the field. Here comes your Zerglings. Good split here from these units. They did chase off quite a few of Hellions. Looks like they even picked off a couple kills there before those Hellions did finally evac. But look at this creep spread from brtnyzerg. My goodness, this is a lot of creep spread. I love this early game, getting that creep spread out, and with so many creep tumors, that's actually going to be difficult for cZaseohyeon to take those out once he does start moving out across the field, as well as having to spend a couple extra scans that he potentially didn't want to, unless he grabs, he puts this Starport on a tech lab for a moment long enough to get out a Raven, but probably not going to happen. Looks like he's going heavy ground in Marines and Hellions for the moment. There goes your dropships. 2 of them now going to be cruising out across the field. Notice that Viking did clear the way down here. And so we're going to see that drop go down here in just a moment. Notice he is also going to send out these Hellions for some map control. See what he's going to be able to accomplish here. This spine crawler with double queens here is actually a nice little play. Here comes your dropships. Looks like the drop will commence here in just a moment. Not much in position here to deal with it, so I assume this is going to go fairly well. It's going to come down to the reaction time here for brtnyzerg. There's the reaction. Pulling those guys away. Only a couple drone kills do take place. And here comes your Zerglings. Nice positioning here of your Marines. And picking them up before the Banelings do get themselves into position. And wow, good evacuation there. Saved all but 1 of the Marines. Nicely done. Did stall a lot of mining there. The 3rd base, however, has gone down for brtnyzerg and appears to be in just fine shape. Look at that supply count, though. Drones 62 to 45. Nicely done from Brittany. And here comes your drop yet again, sort of. He's going to start taking down a lot of creep tumors. Anything to stall creep spread. Looks like this spine crawler did get left out in the open. Does get taken out there fairly quick, and a lot of creep tumors disappearing. Need to see cZaseohyeon, I think, pick up another orbital command here, though, right away. Moving forward, he's got a supply advantage. He's going to go for the kill at the 3rd, it appears. And look how much medevacs he's got in this army. A lot of heal for these Marines. Here comes the attack on this base. Looks like all of these drones are going to die, but here comes your Lings. Cruising in here, a lot of Mutalisks trying to make this happen. The Banelings do a decent amount of damage here. But I think cZaseohyeon is going to hold on here. He's got a lot of Marines still out on the field, and with as much heal as he's got, should be fairly easy to deal with these Mutalisks. Mutas are going down. Oh my goodness, engaging here headlong. brtnyzerg losing almost all of those. And there's the GG. Unbelievable push there from cZaseohyeon. Pushing through with just Marines and Hellions. Unbelievable stuff. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you guys for watching. Don't alt tab, always alt Starcraft. That does put cZaseohyeon in 1st place for the evening. brtnyzerg placing 2nd. Not bad deal there. But we will catch you guys in our next event. So catch you guys then.